Hello, I'm Cinnamon, and this is the PortaLinux July progress report. I've decided to move to a video format when it comes to PortaLinux progress updates, as it's a lot less restrictive compared to Blue Sky threads, and people don't really seem to read more than the first post anyway, so it's kind of made me question why I do these. Um, I plan on doing these progress reports every month, but I will skip the month if there's not much to share compared to the last progress report. Also, they'll be released at any point of the month as long as the time gap between each progress report is longer than 2 weeks. I hope you enjoy the world's most mediocre gameplay in the background of this video specifically because I didn't have much time to work on this visually. I would probably have better visuals, but I didn't have enough time, and also I am not that skilled of an artist. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, so we have three things that we're going to be talking about today. The PortaLinux freestanding runtime, the PortaLinux frame buffer composition library, and the regular PortaLinux runtime. So let's get started with the freestanding runtime. So it has a new memory tracker subsystem, which is completely different from the main one. It uses BRK and mmap in order to be freestanding, and BLIN Manage has been completely refactored, and it's actually very monolithic compared to the regular one in the main runtime. This will be changed when it gets merged into the regular runtime, or maybe even before that. I don't know. It might be before the next progress report. Also, yes, a merger with the PortaLinux runtime, the main PortaLinux runtime, is in the works. It's planned. And this will happen once everything that has been currently implemented has been stress tested and has been confirmed to actually be fully compatible with the rest of the main runtime routines, especially the ones that don't depend on the libc whatsoever. Anyways, now let's move on to the frame buffer composition library. Some of you may not know what this is. If you remember the frame buffer layer, then this is what it's called now. This is what it is now, as I think that this current name actually reflects what it does way better than the original. Anyways, it currently has a heavily simplified version of the PLTK input system, as I honestly don't think that the custom opcodes were ever necessary, and I don't know why I implemented them in the PLTK version, but it's whatever. I am still working on getting this to work on FBdev. It currently works on nothing. I still need to get it to work on something first. Once I get it working on FBdev, hopefully I can get it to work on DRM and then Wayland. But I'll focus on getting it to work on FBdev for now. Anyways, moving on to the PortaLinux runtime, the main one. Some new string routines are going to be added. These will be equivalents to strtool and strtod of libc, which means you're not going to need the libc to convert a string to a number, which is nice. Also, the beta 2.0 release is coming closer as more and more days go by, and hopefully I am able to get it out soon. I expect a lot of breakage when it comes out because a lot of stuff will be rewritten and removed and changed around, moved around. It's not gonna all be the same. This is true for most pre-release versions, but especially this one. Do not expect it to remain compatible with older versions. Expect stuff to break. Okay, so now we're at the final part, which is goals for the next project report. Not all of these must be implemented, and in all honesty, not all of these will be implemented, as my life is currently very busy at the moment, and also just kind of a mess. So I won't have enough time to implement these. Anyways, of course, the first thing that I would like to have done by the next project report is the PortaLinux runtime beta, which also comes with a Ruby bindings update. Hopefully I have that out. I don't know if I will. Hopefully I also have the PortaLinux port system in beta. This is very unlikely though, but it's possible. Hopefully I also have the PortaLinux terminal library complete. I also doubt that I'll actually get this done, but hopefully it'll be nice to have something done. And of course, I plan to do some stuff for some restructuring of the init system and the system supervisor, mainly separating the init system from the system supervisor, because it's honestly really weird that there's Linux-specific parts in a actually very POSIX-y system supervisor. The system supervisor is basically built to run on anything that implements POSIX. So having this program that is very Linux specific be in its repo is really weird. I also plan on extending unit files to have timers, and also for there to be mount unit files so that there's no mtab. Of course, a monolithic startup unit file so that like people can have all of their startup stuff in one place. And I also plan on improving logging and also adding status reporting, because for some reason I did not add it, even though a very basic one would have actually been very simple. Anyways, that's all I have for today. Hopefully we'll see each other next month. However, I don't know if I will do that. If you don't see me in August, it'll probably be in September. Anyways, bye y'all.